Question number 1 and 2, that is, yeah, theta O, that is your response, theta I, that is your disturbance. The screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your handwriting is also good. 1 plus T1D, 1 plus T2D, 1 plus T2D, where K is 20. T1, that is time constant, 0.1, 0.2, 0.04. It is okay. So now this, your Hardik, you also see, huh? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you also see. So now here we are replacing D, that is this operator, by I omega. That is in complex form we are writing. So D is replaced by I omega, and we are substituting the value of T1, which is given in the question, by 0.1. In case if you don't understand, you please stop me and ask. Now here also this T2 value is substituted, that is 0.2, and D is replaced by I omega. Alright. Then similarly for T3, 0.04 and I omega. Right. Now G is nothing but the amplitude, or it is also called as the magnitude. So that is, any complex number will have your amplitude and argument, correct? So amplitude is nothing but square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. So here numerator में real part is 1 का square, and imaginary part is 0.1 omega, I का coefficient, that is 0.1 omega square. And in the denominator again, here you have 1 square plus zero point 0.2 omega square, and over here it is 1 square plus zero point 0.04 omega square. Further it is simplified to 1 plus zero point 0.01 omega square. This is simplified to 1 plus zero point 0.04 omega square, and 0.04 का square will be 0.0016 omega square. So this is my magnitude G, which is a function of omega. That is, as you change omega, your G will change. Now phi or phi, whatever you pronounce, that is your phase angle. So argument, which is given by tan inverse of imaginary part divided by real part. Now we'll talk about this now here. So here complex form is this. So tan inverse of imaginary part. So imaginary part is 0.1 omega and real part is 1. So tan inverse of 0.1 omega divided by 1, that is nothing but tan inverse of 0.1 omega, minus, now this is in the denominator, so obviously it will be subtracted. So minus tan inverse of 0.2 omega divided by 1 in this case, and for this it will be tan inverse of 0.04 omega, that is over here 0.04 omega. It's a coefficient of imaginary part, 0.04 omega divided by 1. Now you have to take different values between 0 and infinity. 0 and infinity, that is must. You have to include 0 and infinity. That you need to include. So let us substitute now. Look at this G, which is simplified here. Now when omega is 0, what will be the value of Z? So that is 1 plus omega 0, that will be 0. So square root of 1, that is nothing but 1, divided by, this is 0, this is 0, so this is 1, this is 1. So G will be 1. Now substitute 1 here, omega square. So 1 ka square. So 1.01, 1 plus 0.01. So that is nothing but 1.01, square root of 1.01. Here also it is square root of 1.04 multiplied by square root of 1.0016, and you will get this as 0.98. Now same goes for your phi. Substitute omega for phi. So this will be phi square, that will be 25 into 0.01, so 1.25 square root of 1.25. Similarly, you have to do it here also. 50, 100, and let's take these two extreme values you have to take 0 and infinity. Now if I substitute infinity, okay, and this is our infinity, so 1 by infinity square, 1 by infinity into 1 by infinity, that will be 0 here. Now phi, so phi, that is phase angle, it's again a function of angular frequency, that is omega. So if I substitute zeros, omega 0, so tan inverse of 0 is 0, minus tan inverse of 0 minus tan inverse of 0. So that's going to be 0. That is 0. Now substitute 1. So tan inverse of zero point 0.1 minus tan inverse of zero point 0.2 minus tan inverse of 0.04. So you will get minus 7.89. And you have to keep your calculator in degree mode only and not in radian mode. Don't change it to radian mode. Keep it in degree mode only. So you will get answer also in degree. Then substitute 5, 10, 50. Now let's substitute infinity. So this is tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of infinity. So these first two terms will get cancelled. So you have minus tan inverse of infinity. So tan inverse of infinity will be 90 degree. And you have minus here out. So that will be minus 90 degree. Now let us make a plot of this now. You know the convention of showing the negative angles. So clockwise angles are taken as negative with respect to x-axis always, right? So first we will draw the lines at various angles. So this is x positive x-axis that is drawn at 0 degree. Another line, you have to draw that line lightly, that is minus 7.89 degree. Then next line at minus 29.7 degree, followed by minus 40.24. So this is 40.24. Then 69.03, one more line, that is over here. Then 78.81, that is this line, and 90 degree. So that is this. So how many observations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you have drawn the various phase angle lines. Now we'll mark G, value of G on that. Phi is 0, G is 1. So with a suitable scale, you will take this amplitude 1 and you will mark this point, that is this. So from here to here, it is 1. This practice is very much essential because this forms the basis for frequency response analysis, and you can infer just directly looking at the graph whether system will be stable, unstable, or marginally stable. So G is equal to 1, you have marked this point. Now next is G 0.98. So obviously it will lie inside this point. So again you have already taken suitable scale. So mark this point 0.98. Now here you write here. This is G is equal to 1. Okay, not 0. This is G is equal to 1. And omega is 0 and phi is 0. Now this is what here G is 0.98 and omega is 1, that you have to write at this point. Then next on this line you have to mark the value of G, that is 0.78. So from here to here this distance is 0.78, so again it is less than 0.98, so it is going to lie inside. And this you have to write little close here. This omega is equal to 5, that is at this point omega is equal to 5 and G is equal to 0.78. Then next is G is 0.587. You can work in 2 decimal accuracy. Significant figures can be 2. So 0.58. So that is this. So from here to here, that is 0.58 or 59, and omega is equal to 10. Then next is G is 0.27. So 0.27, that is from here to here 0.27. Again write, that is omega is 50 and G is 0.27, little closer. Huh? This can be written from inside also, over here also if it is too congested, and this also must be written. Every point has to be written. So here the G is 0.12. So from here to here 0.12, and must write omega is 100 and G is 0.12. That has to be stated here. Now you have to draw us, and then last point is G is 0. So obviously it will end at the origin, and phi is minus 90. And then now you can draw this smooth curve passing through the points. It should be smooth curve. Okay. This is the next problem. Now this was 1 degree or first degree. That is, if you talk about net, the net transfer function is 1 degree. So that's why it is ending in fourth quadrant. This is a typical second degree transfer function. Again, here the values of k, that is gain constant, t1, t2, type time constant or time period, that is 0.1, 0.3. Again, same procedure. Substitute the values t1, t2, replace d by I omega. Write clearly the real part and imaginary part so that you don't make mistake. Calculate G. In the numerator it will be 1. In the denominator there will be 2 terms. This is imaginary part is 0.1 omega the whole square, real part is 0. So 0.1 omega uska square, and square root of that will be 0.1 omega itself. Then this, here it is 1. So it is 1, that is the real part square. 1 ka square is 1. And 0.3 omega the whole square, that will be nothing but 0.09 omega square. So you try to simplify this as much as possible so that further calculation will be fast. Now phi, phase angle, will be, this is 1 plus 0 I. So 1 can be written as 1 plus 0 I. So that will be tan inverse of 0, that is nothing but 0. So we don't write that. We'll straight away go here, 0.1 omega. So 0.1 omega can be written as this 0 plus 0.1 I omega here. So this will be tan inverse of 0.1 omega divided by 0, that is nothing but tan inverse of anything divided by 0 is infinity, so tan inverse of infinity. And here the imaginary part is 0.3 omega, so 0.3 omega divided by 1, tan inverse of 0.3 omega. Now tan inverse of infinity is 90. So tan inverse of 0.3 omega is, you cannot further simplify, you have to write tan inverse of 0.3 omega. Now again substitute the values of omega, g, calculate, phi to be calculated. So omega 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 50 to infinity. 0 and infinity is must. So if you take now omega as 0, so what will be the value of g here? 1 upon 0. So that's infinity. And it will go on. Now here it is. If you substitute 1 here, 9.58 and then 4.9. So it is reducing and reducing, and when you substitute infinity, this will be 0. Okay, so from infinity to 0, from higher to lower, from bigger to smaller, so that is your g. Then phi, again substitute 0 here, so minus 90 minus this is 0, so it will be minus 90 only. And if you substitute infinity here, so tan inverse of infinity is 90. So 90 minus 90, that will be minus 180. Now you are ready for drawing the graph. So first point is phi is minus 90 and omega is infinity. So phi is minus 90, so that is negative imaginary axis or negative y-axis. So this is minus 90 ka line. Then draw this various lines, minus 106, minus 120, all these. Minus 106, minus 120, minus 130, and this is minus 180. As I told, second degree equation, it will end in, if you write this as, or if you take this as a first quadrant, this will be second quadrant, so it will end in this, and this is minus 180. Now mark the points. So g is infinity, so this is infinity coming from infinity, right? So the arrow should be ulta here, the arrow should be ulta. Now here value of g is reducing. So this here you have to just show the two arrows and then take suitable scale and mark this 9.58, then 4.29, that is yeah, 9.5, and then 4.29, that is this, that is nothing but this, then 2.47, then 1.6, then 1.109, then 0.316, then 0.013, and then 0. So now this is done. Now this also gives birth, this Nike's plot bolo या polar plot bolo, it also gives birth to the Bode plot, because Bode plot is nothing but logarithmic plot. And you can notice here that in this there is a crowding here. You cannot properly mark, neither you can mark nor you can read also here clearly. So this gives birth to logarithmic plot in which there is no crowding, what you can see. Now same if you plot it on logarithmic or on semi-log paper, if you are familiar, you will see that there is no crowding like this. Then you have one more plot. So 100 upon d, 1 plus d by 4, 1 plus d by 16. So this is for the practice. Again 100 is written as 100 plus 0 I. This is 0 plus I omega. D is changed by I omega, and then further it is written in complex form. So this is again 1 plus I omega upon 4 and 1 plus I omega upon 16. Correct. Now here the magnitude will be under root of real part square plus imaginary part square. So that is 100 square plus 0 square. Square root. So it is 100. Here it is real part is 0 and imaginary part is omega. So under root of omega square. Then same here 1 plus omega square 16, and here it is 1 plus omega square upon 16 square, that is nothing but 256. Now phase angle. Here this is 100 plus 0 hai. So 0 upon 100. So tan inverse of 0. Omega upon 0. So tan inverse of infinity, that is minus 90. Here tan inverse of omega by 4. And here tan inverse of omega by 16. Now take various values of omega from 0 to infinity. Now when you substitute 0 here, the g will be infinity. So from infinity now the values will slowly go on decreasing, and that will end at 0, because when you substitute here infinity, this answer is going to be 0. Again now when you substitute 0 for phase angle, tan inverse of 0, 0, tan inverse of 0, 0. So here it will be minus 90. And again go on substituting the other values of omega, that is omega 1, then omega 2, that is 2 by 4, that is nothing but half. So tan inverse of half. Had it been sine inverse of half, we would have written 30 degree, but tan inverse of half, we don't know. No, we need to find out on log table or on calculator. And infinity, so tan inverse of infinity, tan inverse of infinity 2 times. So 90, 90. So minus 90, minus 90, minus 90. So that will be minus 270. So this is third degree, third order. So here it will end in third quadrant, that is first, second, and third. Isn't it? This is 0 degree, this is minus 90 degree, this is minus 180 degree, and this is minus 270. So from the table you can see that there are three points which are lying in this quadrant. Okay, so that was nicely done. Good work. Yeah, let me see now this Laplace. Yes, very good. So this transfer function is given in time domain form here. We will convert it into Laplace. So now input disturbance here is given as theta I is equal to 2. So Laplace of theta I, this is the step input. So Laplace of step input will be 2 by s. Correct. So first we are replacing this in Laplace form. So that is Laplace of theta O, Laplace of theta I, pi into half of s. This is right. Now 2 has been kept on the left hand side only. Okay, now here you have taken partial fraction. Okay, so this is a upon 3s plus 1, and since this is quadratic equation, this is written in this form bs plus, actually, yeah, this will be bx plus c 2a square plus 4s plus c. Okay, so now cross multiply. Substitute x is equal to minus 1 by 3. So you are eliminating one bracket, that is you are making one bracket as 0 and calculating the value of this coefficient, that is a, b and c. Okay, so a is equal to minus 37.5, then you are substituting for a, that is here you have solved, that is expand किया आपने and you got this. All right, now this you are written in square s and this form. Okay, correct. So compare किया now. Very good. Now you will get the values of b and c. So here you have substituted. So you got this minus 37.5 and plus this. Now here students, they make mistake. They don't, they forget this Laplace of theta I. So this here it is multiplied by 2 by s. Okay, so this is 2 by s से multiply करेंगे, so you will get 75 s into 3s plus 1, then 50s plus 85. Yes, that is right, multiplied by s. इसको split किया, correct. Now you have to compare with the table, your Laplace transform which is given in the table, you have to compare and take the Laplace inverse and come in time domain form. From the Laplace transform, standard Laplace transform, you can come now in time domain form by referring the table. Now you have to identify the particular solution and complementary solution. That is steady state response. What will be the steady state response? So now here simplify, then you get this 10 plus, this is exponential form, this is exponential form, and this is exponential form. Good. So steady form is this 10 and your transient form is this. Whatever exponential hai, that will all come under the category of transient form. Okay, so that it means as time increases, this transient response is going to be zero, and as a control engineer, as a role of control engineer, you have to see how to make this component, this transient response, zero as early as possible. That is the role of control engineer. So you have to make this component zero as time reaches infinity, but we cannot wait till infinity, isn't it? So we have to be practical. So this system will surely give steady state response looking at this solution, and the value will be 10. So for this particular value, you can also find out the input value. Okay, this now a plus c 5, multiply both the sides. Fine. Okay, 42, 35. You need to write here, as time changes to infinity, exponential component becomes 0, and you are left only with the steady state component. All right. Now, what is that Nyquist criteria is? That is what we will see. Or what is that Nyquist condition is? So, you know the coordinate which is minus 1 comma 0. So minus 1 comma 0, this point will lie on negative real axis. Now if your plot, or if minus 1 comma 0, if it is outside the plot or outside the diagram, then the system is stable. If your plot passes through this point, that is minus 1 comma 0, that means system is marginally stable or partially stable. And if minus 1 comma 0 is within the diagram, पहला क्या था, minus 1 comma 0 was outside the diagram, that means plot was inside. Now what, plot is outside and the point is inside. That is what is called the minus 1 comma 0 is within the diagram. Then your system is unstable. So if minus 1 comma 0 circumvents matlab minus 1 comma 0 is outside the plot, then system is stable. So let us see that like now here surely it's going to be, or we'll see this here. This is unstable. This is also unstable because looking at this diagram, this minus 1 comma 0 is going to be outside. So this is stable. Here this is unstable. Here this is stable because minus 1 comma 0, that is point, is outside the plot. So it's stable. Here also you need to find that intersection point, that is this plot or this graph where it is intersecting the negative real axis, that which can be found easily, and then you can locate where is your minus 1 comma 0 because it is slightly difficult to see. So in that case it is always advisable that you find out the intersection point and then decide upon where your minus 1 comma 0. So this was the condition in Nyquist plot. So 5 to 10 marks question depending upon the complexity. Now here I am showing you open loop transfer function and closed loop transfer function. So this is your closed loop where the feedback is taken from here and given to the transfer function, given to the summation point. This is the error, theta is equal to theta I minus theta on. Now theta on is nothing but this, that is the feedback function. Now applying the rule of negative feedback, you can get this transfer function, that is theta O upon theta I, as this k1 f1d, that is this is a and this is b, so this is negative, so a upon 1 plus ab, so you'll get this. Now this is called as the characteristic equation, whichever is given in the denominator, that is 1 plus this k1 k2 is k1 k2 is replaced by k0 and f1 f2 they are replaced by f of d. In this example, forward transfer function is k1 f1d and feedback transfer function is k2 f2d, right? This is the way how you can rearrange this forward and feedback. This was one problem on Nyquist stability criteria. Ascertain, like this question will come, ascertain the stability condition of the system whose partially reduced block diagram is shown below. So in the question, this diagram is given. Transfer function is not given, that you have to write or you have to calculate. So if I take unity feedback or if I want to find out open loop transfer function, then there is no feedback. So let us say it is open loop transfer function. So it will be OLTF. OLTF का मतलब है open loop transfer function. So response upon disturbance, that is 1 upon d into 1 plus d. Now theta on upon theta in complex form, that is I omega form, is equal to, replace this d by I omega. So 1 upon I omega into bracket 1 plus I omega. Now as usual, find out G, that is magnitude, and phase angle by writing it in real form and imaginary form. Take various values of omega, find out G, find out phi. So this is a graph. Now check. So minus point comma 0 is lying outside. So as per the criteria condition, the system is stable. I can also draw the graph of phase angle against omega and graph of B against omega separately. We know this B and G. But in polar plot, we are superimposing. That is, we are showing or we are drawing G as well as phi for various values of omega. So here you need to locate that point minus 1 comma 0 properly, and for that this is the example which you can practice. Determine the stability of the system whose open loop transfer function is given by this 100 upon 1 plus, and this has been already done. 100 upon d into 1 plus d plus. So this graph, I am getting like this. It comes like this, and like this. So let's see here, d by 4 and d by 16 and d and 100. So what is the mistake? First thing is that this is third order system. So yes, it is ending here. And 0, let us take first point, 0 infinity minus 90, 0 infinity minus 90. Let me take values of 50, 50, 0.05 and minus 247. No, that is not here. So 6, 10, 20. Let us take 10. So 10 is 3.7 and minus 190. Here, 3 points, almost close, minus 190. Okay, so this is going like this. थोड़ा मैंने बड़ा, it has been, it is coming from this infinity. It goes like this and goes like this. So you can find out this intersection point with the negative real axis and check now position is -1. That means this system is unstable because -1, the plot circumvents -1 comma 0. So same thing here, if you zoom it little bigger, huh, you try this, only try to zoom up this much portion, which is very critical in order to decide that point -1 comma 0, and you will be able to attempt this. So it will be my request that you just add, you zoom up only this much part and upload it in the classroom. And this I have given for the reference. And then in the next class we can continue with signal flow graph or with the second order systems. I hope Hardik, I think you have understood now. There is no doubt.
Yes, I have no doubt.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll stop here. Thank you so much. So whether what you do now, you just zoom up that portion and see. You understood what I'm saying?
Sir, zoom what portion? I didn't understand.
This portion, only this. You
Okay,
scale
sir.
it, this much,
Okay.
and see that -1 comma 0 point. All right, and add to this assignment.
Which one, sir?
Okay,
Okay,
understood?
sir.
Okay. Thank you.